And instead of just sitting around during your waiting season, waiting to be chosen, waiting to be married, and waiting for someone else to give you a life worth living, why don't you just go out there and do it yourself? Your 20s are too valuable for you to be sitting around waiting for someone else to make your life worth living. This is the prime time for you to use this time to cultivate yourself and to become the woman that God intended you to be. Hi, my lovelies, and welcome back to the Between Us and Jesus podcast. My name is Mariam, and this is a podcast where we talk about all things faith, friendships, relationships, and becoming the woman that God created us to be. And today, I want to talk about the infamous waiting season. As a single woman in her 20s, I thought that my waiting season is meant to just sit around waiting for a man to come and pluck me like a pretty little flower, just waiting to be chosen. And only until recently I realized that that is actually just a waste of a beautiful season that God gifted us. This waiting season, I think it's a prime time for us to invest in ourselves. We are single, we are unmarried, we are childless, so the world is endless. So the opportunities for us is endless, girls. So today I want to talk about how we can utilize our waiting season instead of just sitting around waiting for someone else to come and make our lives worth living. And I'm coming to you, girls, from a position of someone who has dealt with these struggles personally herself. And in my time of struggling through my waiting season, I wish I had someone to give me these tips, to give me this advice, and to give me this guidance that I want to share with you girls. So if you find yourself in your waiting season, you are single, or perhaps you're not even happy with the life you are currently living and you want to take that next step, you want to do something new for yourself, something different for yourself, you just want to be out there, you are ambitious, you feel that drive within you, then this episode is just for you girls. The first thing I want to tell you girls is do what scares you. Is it public speaking? Is it content creation? Is it putting yourself out there? Is it singing? Whatever it is that scares you, that you feel like you are incapable of doing, you can't do it, or this is just not for you, do it. Take that leap and step into it and do it, girls. I'm telling you right now, that feeling that you get when you do something that you never thought you could do, that you never thought you could accomplish, and you step over that hurdle and you push yourself through the fear, at the end of that stands confidence. At the end of that stands a woman who is stronger and better than what she was before she took that step. And I'm going to speak to y'all from my perspective. I was so scared to start content creation. I was a girl who had a private Instagram account where only my close friends and relatives could follow me and no one else. I didn't want anyone seeing my life. I didn't want anyone to be involved in my life. I don't want to be seen. I saw it as a way to protect myself because I've dealt with a lot of pain and hurt with friendships and relationships in the past. I thought, okay, this is how I can protect myself. I didn't want to be seen, but I had that feeling within me that I want to start content creation. I want to speak about the good things God has done for me. I had that fire and that drive in me, but the biggest thing was I was scared to start. And now look at me. The best thing that I could have done for myself is making that private account public, putting myself out there. I was so scared of judgment. I was scared. I felt I was going to be embarrassed. I was worried, what are my friends going to think? What is my family going to think? What is the people at church going to think? What is the people at work going to think? All of these obstacles came, and that is just the trick of the devil. That is just the trick of the enemy, to put all of this doubts, to plant seeds of doubt in your mind, to stop you from doing something great, to stop you from accomplishing something that can change your life. Every day people are posting on the internet, and every day people's lives are changing because of content creation. And I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity and this platform to encourage you girls, uplift you girls, and chat with you girls and build a community of sisterhood here. And I'm telling you, I'm so grateful that I took that leap, that I pushed myself to do what scares me. What scared me was being seen. And now I'm on a camera, putting myself out there to the world, where the content and the videos last forever. That was my biggest fear. And now I'm doing it. And let me tell you, I'm so much more confident. I feel so much more capable. I feel like I can do whatever I want to do. If there's a new task, if there's a new job, if there's a new course that I want to start, I feel like I can do it, because overcoming this one fear built that confidence within me, and I feel like I'm that girl. I can do whatever I can do. So my biggest advice to you is do what scares you, girl. That fear is speaking to your talent, is speaking to the gift that God has blessed you with. So don't let the enemy plant seeds of doubt in your mind, and don't let people around you stop you from doing something that might change your whole life. The second point that I have for you girls is dream big, dream unrealistic, and dream beyond your four walls. You might think, oh, I want to live in Paris. But for you, where you are right now, living in Paris is so unrealistic. How am I going to get to Paris? I can't afford the plane ticket. I don't even have a passport. Where am I going to live? Where's the money going to come from? All of these things. But with our God, who is a limitless God, who can bring about big and great changes in our lives, you don't know in the future you, who that woman who is capable and able to live in Paris. Paris is possible for her. Paris is realistic for her. So why are you limiting yourself right now? The now is not forever. I am thinking to my future. I want to think broad. I want to think big. Think outside the box, because with God everything is possible. God can make anything and everything happen for us through His grace and through His mercy. So don't limit yourself, because the God that we serve is limitless. The God that we love and that loves us is the God of infinite possibilities. So dream big. I have a big dream to live in Europe one day, or to travel Europe one day. How am I gonna go to Europe? I don't know. But the how is not my business. The when is not my business. That is God's business. How is gonna make it happen, and when it's gonna happen, all in God's time. All will follow God's plan. I will follow God's direction for my life. That is the type of the belief system that I have. That is how deep my belief and my love and trust in God goes. So I am my only responsibility. Like, we are daughters of God. We are daughters of the Most High. We are literally princesses. Our only responsibility is to dream, to have the desire, to have the ambition, and to put it out there, to pray about it and say, okay, God, let's make this happen. Let's do this. Let's move to Europe. Let's go live in Paris. Let's go look at our apartments, the Airbnbs, and where our favorite cafe shop is gonna be. Our responsibility is to dream big. So dream unrealistic. Just dream. Write it down. Put it on a vision board and expand your mind and open your mind, because you don't know what's possible for you and what's not possible for you. Only God knows. So just dream big and put everything out there. The girl that I was, how I grew up, if that 5-year-old or if that 10-year-old girl could see who I am right now, she'll be like, who is that? Can you see? It's the God that we serve that makes the impossible seem possible. So don't limit yourself. Dream big, dream broad, dream wide, dream Europe. Whatever your dream is, girl, dream it. Think upon it and put it on your vision board and pray about it, girl. And the third piece of advice that I have for y'all is stay rooted in faith. Keep the faith. Y'all know about the concept of manifesting, right? You think about this particular car, and then the concept of manifestation is you envision yourself with the car. You act like you have the car. You behave like someone who owns a car. You move in that energy, and they call this manifestation. Mark 11 verse 24. And whatsoever things he desire, when he pray, believe he have received them, and he shall have them. I genuinely believe that manifestation is just taking the power of God, but removing God from it and saying, okay, this is the universe, this is the world, this is the ether. The ether will give you these things. When manifestation, that concept comes from the Bible. That is God's doing. That is through God's strength and through God's power. All of these gurus and universes and goddesses, they are all knockoffs of God if you look at it. All of their principles, the foundation of their teachings, it comes from the Bible, but they just removed God from it. So that is why I'm telling you, stay rooted in faith. Because God himself says that unto your faith it will be given. That belief, that trust in God. I think it's in the book of Daniel, Daniel 3. There are three characters in the Bible where King Nebuchadnezzar, I think his name is, he creates an a golden idol, I think, and he wants everybody to worship this idol. But these three characters, they don't want to do that. And then he says, send them to the fire. He created a fire where these three characters, they were going to be sent in and they were going to burn. I don't know their names, y'all. And they were going to burn in there. And it's almost like, okay, now see if your God can protect you. Your God will protect you from that fire. And they are sent into the fire by Nebuchadnezzar's soldier. But the soldier ends up burning. And in the midst of the fire, I think Nebuchadnezzar or someone else sees a fourth person standing in that fire when he only sent three people to be burned. And these three characters, when they come out from the fire unscathed, not burnt, but they had faith. Their thought process was, okay, I'm going to go into this fire. And either God will save me from this fire, or he won't save me but from this fire. But either or, it will be his will. Either or, what God wants to be done will be done here. That is the level of faith we need to have. That when we are facing a fire, okay, I'm going to go here, God's going to protect me and bring me out unscathed, or I'm going to burn and I'm going to die, but it's God's will. And as long as it's God's will, I am happy. I have faith that God's will prevail. So stay rooted in faith, stay rooted in your will for God's will to come into fulfillment, for God's will to be done. Another story is when Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane, y'all. This one is my favorite. It touches me so deeply that Jesus, the Son of God, was crying in the Garden of Gethsemane, was scared and felt uncertain and felt unsure. But even he said, if this bitter cup passes me by, or even if this bitter cup doesn't pass me by, your will, not my will, let your will be done. So even in the moment when he was fearing, when he was scared, when he was crying, he still had faith. He still believed that God's will must still be done here. Through the fear, through the doubt, through the good times, through the bad times, keep your faith in God that his will be done, that his will prevail in your life. Stay rooted in faith and persevere through the challenges you are facing. When you feel like, oh, I just want to give up. Oh my gosh, I'm just sitting here, I'm just waiting. I'm unmarried. I don't have a partner. I'm not happy at this job. I'm not happy where I'm living. I'm not happy with my life. Persevere. Don't give up. God has your back. God has always been by your side. He has never let you go. Usually it's us that step away from God, but God never steps away from us. So stay rooted in faith and persevere. Now, if there's one thing or two or three things that I want y'all to take away from this video, it's the fact that being single, being unmarried, and being in a waiting season, or in a season where we're unsure, we have big desires, we have dreams and we have goals, but we don't have it yet. And because of that, we are not yet happy with the life that we have, or we are not yet fulfilled with what we have. We are still working. We are still working to get where we are. During that season where you are still waiting for your dreams or for God to answer you, for your goal that you've been praying for to come into fulfillment, keep the faith. Don't limit yourself and dream big. Dream wide. And also just remember that just because you don't have what you've been praying for does not mean that you are not blessed. Because you are waking up every day, you are alive every day, you are healthy every day, and that shows that God is still with you. God is still blessing you. As long as you are alive and you are waking up every day, God's not done with you. He's still writing your story. He still has big plans for you, and you are worth it. You are capable, you are an able woman, and you are still worth it. Even though you might not have what you want, you might not have the spouse, you might not be married, you might not have the kids, you might not have the job, or you might not be living where you want to live. You are still blessed, you are still beautiful, and you are still worth it. And during this waiting season, don't give up. Invest in yourself. Always invest in yourself. Because this skin, this body, this flesh, we are only going to have one of these. Take care of it. Take care of your mind. Educate yourself. Explore. Be ambitious. Put goals and take steps to achieve your goals, and dream big and dream wide, and don't wait for no one to give you a life worth living. Don't wait for no one to take opportunities, to take that step forward. Take that leap of faith. Do what scares you, girls. That is my biggest advice to you. So if there's anything that y'all learned from this video, anything that touched your heart or stood out to you, please let me know in the comment section and let's chat with one another. And if you want to keep the conversation going, y'all, I'm very active, and you want to chat on a personal level, I'm super active on Instagram and TikTok. I post every single day. Every single day I'm on there. So y'all can DM me and I will get back to you in the DMs, girls. And I'm so glad we had this chat. It's been something that's been on my heart for the longest time, and I'm so grateful that I was able to share it with you, and I'm so grateful for this platform that God has blessed me with. And one thing I just want to leave y'all with is I want you to always remember that you are blessed and you are still blessed, and God is still busy writing your beautiful story. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Yes, ma'am.